Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we break down stocks in plain English and help you decide if they belong in your portfolio. Today we're diving deep into WeShop Holdings, ticker WSHP, a social commerce platform that's trying to turn everyday shopping into a community rewards experience. Let's get into it. WeShop positions itself as the world's first community-owned social commerce app, where users shop across hundreds of retailers and earn ShareBack rewards that feel like getting a slice of the action. The idea is simple but ambitious. Build a loyal user base that actually owns part of the platform while driving sales through social features. It's a fresh twist on e-commerce that blends shopping with community incentives, and after its NASDAQ listing, the company has been pushing hard to grow both in the UK and now eyeing the US. Founded and headquartered in the British Virgin Islands with operations centered in the UK, WeShop runs a platform that lets users discover products in fashion, beauty, home goods, tech, and more while earning rewards. The company has just 19 full-time employees, which tells you this is still a lean startup operation despite the public listing. Paul Ellerbeck serves as CEO and director, and recently they brought in Maria Weaver, a Warner Music veteran, to lead expansion into the U.S. market. The business model hinges on high engagement and repeat shopping, rewarding early community members through a founders program and running campaigns like Shopping Starts Here that boost ShareBack rates across partner retailers. Revenue remains extremely modest for a public company. In fiscal 2024, they reported just over $1.29 million, down from about $1.45 million the prior year, after a tiny base of 153,000 in 2022. There's no detailed product or geographic breakdown available yet, which makes sense for a platform still building scale, but the numbers show they're generating very little top-line activity relative to the market cap and the hype around the model. Growth has been inconsistent, and the focus right now appears to be on user acquisition and feature rollouts rather than immediate revenue spikes. Earnings tell a much tougher story. The company posted a net loss of roughly $12.1 million in 2024, following an even steeper $61.4 million loss in 2023. EPS came in at negative 53 cents last year versus negative 2.59 the year before. Gross profit stayed deeply negative, and operating losses continue to pile up as they invest in platform development, marketing campaigns, and international expansion. These results highlight how early-stage WeShop still is, burning cash to build the community before any meaningful monetization kicks in. Looking at the balance sheet, total assets sit around $14 million, with cash barely above $28,000 at year-end 2024. Current liabilities exceed $6 million, creating a tight liquidity picture reflected in a current ratio under 0.2. Stockholders' equity stands at about $7.4 million after heavy retained losses exceeding $84 million. On the cash flow side, operating activities used over $2.1 million in 2024, and free cash flow remains deeply negative at around $2.16 million. The company has relied on financing inflows to stay afloat, but the runway looks narrow without either stronger revenue traction or fresh capital. Trading near $8 with a market cap around $205 million, the stock carries a price-to-sales ratio above 132 times and a negative price-to-earnings multiple, reflecting ongoing losses. Our model puts fair value somewhere in the low single digits at best, suggesting the shares are trading well above what the current financials would support. That said, valuation for a story like this is highly sensitive to growth assumptions, user adoption rates, and whether the community-owned angle can actually scale into meaningful profits. Right now, the gap between price and fundamentals looks wide. On the strength side, WeShop has a differentiated rewards model and early community features that could foster loyalty if executed well, plus a new CEO with media experience to drive U.S. growth. Weaknesses are obvious in the tiny revenue base, consistent heavy losses, and very low cash position that limits flexibility. Opportunities lie in expanding the Founders Program, rolling out more retailer partnerships, and tapping the U.S. market where social commerce continues to gain traction. Threats include intense competition from established players like Shopify-powered stores or bigger social apps, plus dilution risk if they need to raise more capital soon. Overall, the SWOT tilts heavily toward execution risk at this stage. Performance has been volatile. The stock jumped over 32% in the most recent week and about 23% over the past month, but those gains sit on top of a brutal longer-term decline of roughly 75% over the past year and the past 5 years. Relative to the internet content and information industry, which has also struggled, WSHP has shown short-term momentum but remains far below any previous highs. Volume averages around 900,000 shares, so moves can be sharp in either direction. Wrapping this up, WeShop is a high-risk, high-reward speculative name that hinges on whether its community-owned shopping concept can finally translate into real scale and positive cash flow. The financials are still early stage and fragile, so this isn't a name for conservative investors. If you're watching for momentum plays or believe in the social commerce thesis, keep a close eye on user growth metrics and any signs of revenue acceleration in the coming quarters. As always, do your own research and consider your risk tolerance before making any moves. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe for more deep dives, and I'll see you in the next one.
MarketSnap brings everything long-term investors use daily into one clean, fast platform. Explore stock financials, SWOT analysis, valuation ratios, 5-year analyst estimates, and our intrinsic value calculator, built with real fundamentals, not hype. All in a layout that's simple to read and ridiculously fast to navigate. And when you want to talk investing, join Nexus, our community where investors share valuations, posts, and stock discussions, all connected directly to the data. Use our stock's intrinsic value calculator to run and save real valuations with no spreadsheets. Share your analysis and valuations with others in the Nexus community. Get daily market summaries in video, audio, and article formats. Track the market with our earnings, dividend, and economics calendar. Our homepage gives you a real-time market overview with interactive heat maps, top market movers, and major index performance at a glance. Track daily performances, discover the most active stocks, and analyze performance across different timeframes, from weekly to yearly trends, and see which industries are leading or lagging. It's free to create an account, with optional access to premium forward-looking data. Try it now at MarketSnap.com and invest with clarity, not noise. That's a wrap for today's stock market summary from MarketSnap. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to stick with us for daily updates and deep dive SWOT analyses to keep your investment strategy sharp. Whether you're navigating short-term turbulence or building wealth for the long haul, we've got the insights to help. See you tomorrow.